women I speak to, you know what I'm saying, often like, you know, the people, like the two figures that we hold to the most high esteem, you know, in our particular community are probably not the easiest men to be able to be with.
Yeah.
You know, which is Malcolm and Martin, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we usually hold up, right?
For different reasons.
Right.
Too.
But those are not two human beings that's gonna be good men. I mean, I ain't gonna say not good men, but like the picture of a good man that you can be with. Like these are people that's giving themselves, you know what I'm saying, to the people.
Yeah.
You know, so when you look at that, because I know that's usually in a woman's, you know, mind.
I was telling somebody the other day, I can't remember who I was talking to, and they was asking me like, why are you not married? Why are you not this? And I was just like, man, like, I just know I don't have like the capacity emotional capacity to deal with your emotions. I don't have the capacity to you know, deal with your bad day.
Hey, you know the greatest conversation you can have on this planet, besides getting a bag of money, you know what I'm talking about? It's talking about this male-female relationship, you know what I'm talking about? But you know, spin the block a little bit, you know what I'm saying, this Sunday afternoon, you know what I'm talking about, man, with my man, you know what I'm talking about, man? So, you know, we always, you know, we don't ever want to put ourselves in no box, anything like that, just, you know, putting ourselves and talking ourselves about, you know, just male-female relationships. We know relationships is deeper than that. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we got a relationship with a little bit of everything in this life. You know what I'm talking about? Whether that's your car, you know what I'm talking about? Whether that's your toothbrush in that morning, you know what I'm saying? Your bed at night, you know what I mean? So, you know, man, we gonna spin the block a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying, with my partner tonight, man. You know, and you know what I'm saying, we gonna delve into the boy. You know what I'm talking about, man? Because I think he's an interesting guy. You know what I mean? It has some very interesting things happening and popping here in our city, man. And we're gonna touch into it, you know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, hey man, I got the boy JB with me, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We're at the Eastside Pizza House, you know what I'm talking about? Hey man, hey, I appreciate my man for taking this time out, you know what I'm saying, for giving us a little bit of your time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we can delve into who you are, you know what I'm saying, your story, and you know what I'm saying, give us a little bit of background of who you are, you know what I'm talking about?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But it's good, you know what I'm saying, that I thought, you know, I think this is a conversation that was much needed, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Good to meet you, my man.
You too, my brother.
Already, man, you know what I'm saying? You wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, man, you did it. My name is JB. Yeah.
Yeah, well, already, man. So let's just go right into it. You know what I mean? I wanna go into let's start about early JB. Let's start about what brought you to music. You know what I'm saying? What brought you to activism? You know what I'm saying? What brought you into entrepreneurship? You know what I mean? So, you know, let's start with that. Where you from originally?
I'm from here, from Oklahoma City.
Already.
East Side. You said music, so just start with music, you know. Been rapping since I was like 7, wrote my first rap when I was like 7 years old. Started recording high school.
Right. What high school you went to?
I went to Northeast High School and I went to Northwest Classen.
Okay.
So, yeah, just, you know, like everybody else, talent shows, open mics, you know, Langston talent shows, you know, all the stuff, MC battles, just doing all that stuff, coming up. But that was the music journey, how it started, just writing and trying to get in where I fit in, and then activism, just seeing injustice.
But
you know what I'm saying?
we'll touch on that here in a minute. Let's focus on the music just for right now.
Okay.
Right? Where did your love for music come from? Where did it start?
I mean, I've always just, been into music, especially rap music, you know what I mean? My parents would play music, rap music, growing up. My mom, she was a big Tupac fan. She getting ready for work, she bumping Tupac, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
That's dope.
It's just always been a part of who I am, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I started writing raps at 7. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's, the first song that I memorized was Ghetto Boys, my mom playing tricks on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just always been, who I am. And yeah, that's how I started.
Right. Man, that's crazy, man. Mom playing tricks on you, Ghetto Boys, man. I mean, that definitely take me back to my youth, you know what I mean? So, man, that's dope, man. I mean, that's something that because we came up playing ball and, things of that nature, I'm from the east side as well. Born and raised right off of 21st and Grenada. You know what I mean? My people, we moved and matriculated, you know what I'm saying, to my grandparents' house when they bought them a new house to Garden Days in '85. So we've been having that property since like the '50s. So
No doubt.
yeah, so it's all love, man, and so to hear that type of camaraderie in regards to music, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the same thing we was bumping. I mean, my big brother's right there, man. He put us up on a lot of that, the Ghetto Boys,
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? K, you know what I'm saying? All that, man. So yeah, that's always dope, man. So yeah, man. So I was just interested, man, because I don't know. It just seems as though to me like you're just this enigma. You know what I'm saying, of a figure that we have here in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like this guy, like, okay, like, who is he? Like, where is he from? Like, what is he about? You know what I mean? And, I think that, it intrigues people, you know what I'm saying, along with myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just think you're doing a lot of dope things, man, here in the city, being a fan, and watching from afar.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying,
No
man?
doubt.
But, so, in regards to the music, like, because we're going to stay on that just for a little bit. I see you just signed a new deal, you know what I'm saying, with the Mellow Music Group, correct?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, man, which is a group. Where they based out of?
They're actually, the office is in Tucson, Arizona, but yeah, they're all over. I mean, they have artists all over the world. So.
Right. Yeah.
But just to your point, I always, be thinking about that, like, and wondering what people who don't know me, what they thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, it's just, I mean, that's, hearing you say that, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like affirms like some of the things I always think, like, yeah.
Right. I mean, because of course, people are always thinking. People always. I mean, I'm an observer of people. Period. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we go, no matter what we doing, no matter what's happening, and I'm always gonna be very, just mindful of people and what's going on, and you know what I mean. And I'm a lover of humanity.
No
you know
doubt.
what I mean? So, so things I'm always gonna be, watching and looking for. So, and I know it's plenty of other people like myself, but we had this particular platform, you know what I'm saying, to talk about, you know what I'm saying, interesting people that we like to bring on, man, and you're definitely one of those. And so, so in regards to the new deal that you made, you know what I'm saying, what does that entail? I mean, I don't want to go into, too much of your business like that, but,
I mean, it's a non-exclusive record contract, so, if I decide to sign with someone else, I can.
Cool.
We're gonna put out an EP and an album, and then I had an album I put out in 2016 that they're gonna re-release.
Okay.
So that album is called Black Future. So I'll do an EP that I'm finishing. It's pretty much finished right now. Start on my album, release the album, and then after that we'll re-release the album in 2016, and that's the end of the contract. And then we'll negotiate another contract. You know what I'm saying?
And so how long does that contract last again?
It's just those 3 albums.
Okay.
So I'm just obligated to do those. So the plan is to, you know, do those albums, do well,
Okay.
you know, and then renegotiate for more money. You know what I'm saying? Next time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
game.
not that I didn't do well this time as far as like,
Right.
you know, but you know, if I feel like part of it is, you know, proving that you're a sustainable artist, and I think I can do that, and then prove that I'm worth more of an investment for the
Right.
future. You know what I'm saying? So
So what type of direction or what type of motivation you got to making these 3 records?
you know, the motivation is just, you know, part of it is, you know, contractually that's
Right.
that's motivating, because if I don't, then you know.
But what about musically? Like musically, like
my
as an artist.
Yeah, as an artist, it's just, you know, it's life, you know, situations, relationships, you know, just everything. Just, you know, getting to this point in my life and deciding to sign a record deal, you know, just like all that stuff is motivation. You know, going to the next level is motivation, and you know, not burning out, not plateauing, not getting comfortable.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely understandable. You know, we don't ever want to get ourselves, to a point to where you feel like within yourself you feel stale.
Yeah.
You know, a stalemate.
Yeah. And just, you know, just keep making dope shit. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
You know, not letting, you know, the things that I used to let affect my process, my writing process, and my artistic process determine what I do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's major.
I used to care about what people say. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, I know if I say this, so and so gonna think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't care anymore, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So basically, you just make music for yourself. And
no, I don't make it for myself,
Okay.
because I feel like I make it for people out there who
Okay.
know, you know what I'm saying, who relate. Because I'm not even somebody who makes an album and then rolls around, listens to my music. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I listen to it when I'm recording it. I listen to it when I gotta memorize it to perform,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying, if I'm shooting video. Other than that, you're not about to hop in my car and me be like, yo, check out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't do that, but
So who motivates you musically?
man, you know, I get inspiration from a lot of people. You know, right now there's been a lot of gospel music,
Okay.
just because of where my mind and my heart has been in the past couple months. But you know, then there's, you know, other rappers. Nas is a big inspiration.
Okay.
Scarface, a big inspiration. Like I said, the first time I memorized was my mind playing tricks on me. You
Right.
know, just, you know, other rappers who I feel like I can relate to. Going to a concert inspires me and motivates me. Like going to see Drake and J. Cole,
Yeah.
you know, inspired and motivated me. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
That's a dope show. I seen. Yeah.
yeah. So those kind of, I'm a rap fan. Like, I love rap music, so I'm inspired by all that. You know, all my friends who make music inspire me, motivate me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Because I think we got a lot of dope. You know, we've had artists, on this particular platform before, man. And I think that one thing that's not really highlighted that should be is that Oklahoma does have a lot of dope, R&B, rap artists,
Yeah,
and people within the arts period, and I think
yeah,
it gets overshadowed,
I agree.
And why do you think that gets overshadowed here in our city?
Oh man, a bunch of reasons. I think the main reason is we don't live in that type of market. You know what I'm saying? We live in a flyover state. Boy, get still. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's cool, man. That's life.
We live in a flyover state where people don't, when they're thinking of where they want to tour, they don't think of Oklahoma City. They don't think of Oklahoma. Also, the everything here is ran by oil and gas and white people. You know what I'm saying? And so, and country music. You know what I mean? And pop music. So, for rap music and R&B and anything that is urban or black, it's hard to get the momentum. It's hard to get the capital. It's hard to get the resources.
Right.
Because we don't. You know what I mean? We don't. That's not what people think of when they think about Oklahoma City.
Right. And so, and even to your point, more, I think that when we talk about music, I think we take the business part out of it. We just talk about music a lot. And we got a lot of artists and people like that that's fly here in the city. But they got the music, but it's like the music business. The business part, I think, is something that's missing. And I would like to, I don't know how we can explore it.
I think about that a lot just because I get to work with a lot of local artists here, and I don't like to even say local because most artists here that they putting out music, and it's it's on any platform, then it's not local, like it's national.
Right.
They may not have been able to tour yet or get out of the state yet, but the music is out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So so I like to really like lift up our artists here to understand, like you got something, you know what I mean, and is we have to be the ones who tell each other that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't let somebody call you local, don't let somebody, you know what I'm saying, like try to downplay what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it, you're doing it, but
I mean, especially like I said, especially with this the type of atmosphere that we have now, being in 2024, we got the internet, we got all these different platforms and we can put, all type of, content out there, man. I mean, that's big, man. And I don't want nobody to feel like, they less than, you know what I'm saying, because you don't feel like that you don't have the eyes of whoever that you think that you're supposed to have the eyes of.
Yeah, and
believe people watch.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like that just goes back to what you were saying. I make music for me. It's like, I make music for whoever relates. Like, whoever's eyes is on it, and it's for them, and it's for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I had to learn is like, even with like continuing to keep going after doing this so long, it's like I had to realize like maybe this ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's about somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and I've had those interactions with people where they come to me and, something I said in a song or a song like, helped them at a certain time in their life. So, I can't be selfish and be like, I'm making music because, you know what I mean? Like, nah, like if I'm making it for the right reasons, then it should relate, you know what I mean? But also I think just with, artists here, and like you said, the business, I think, there used to be a time where you had to be like business savvy, you had to be like legit, you had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are still people who only hold space for that in the industry. But, man, if the music is good, it's gonna resonate, you know what I'm saying? And kids know that. That's why they,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's why people be trying to get booked through Snapchat and, you know what I'm saying? You know, people be texting songs and not emailing them. You know what I mean? So, but
And
I think
those are people that's reaching out to you to show you their music.
yeah,
or-
all the time.
Oh, okay.
But I think for me, you know, the part that I want to help is once you do hook them, then there has to be on the other end. You have to have just, you know, um, you got to be prepared once that moment happens. So, like, you know.
So let me ask you this question, not to interrupt you, because I don't want to lose this point.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that you now signing to this new deal? Do you feel like that you have a responsibility to the community or to your family or to yourself? Like how you feel about that?
I feel like I have a responsibility to the community, to everybody, regardless. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's why I've been doing what I've been doing for so long. You know what I mean? You know, I think with, you know, doing this album and working with this label, I think it's just another opportunity for me to, you know, do more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And prove myself, and, you know, be heard by other people who may have never heard of me before. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I look forward to the most. But, you know, I think, you know, as far as like, you know, having a responsibility, I think as people, we all got a responsibility to the community. We all have a responsibility to our family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's part of our, you know, that's part of, you know, who we should be as humans, period.
Right.
You know, I think oftentimes, you know, people are so, it's all about me, it's all about me, you know, and,
Right.
you know, I'm gonna get mine, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we lose sight of that. But, you know, I just believe that, you know, we're responsible for each other. That's the way human nature should work. That's the way the community should work. We're responsible for each other. I can't let you, you know, if I see my brother falling down, I gotta help him up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I think it's I don't want to be wrong, but I think it's a 5%er saying that says, you know, the duty of the civilized is to civilize the uncivilized.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm
that's
saying?
now you talking now. You know, you talking to me. You know, I'm
Yeah.
hip with the teachers, man. You know what I'm talking
so-
about. Hey, I am a certified member. You know what I mean? Of the
Okay.
nation. You know
No
what I
doubt,
mean? So
no doubt.
yeah, so I'm very hip with the teachers,
Yeah.
man. And I wanted to kind of touch something with that too. You know, is that, you know, the minister said it like this, and that's the minister Louis Farrakhan in regards to music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said that one song is better than a thousand sermons
Yeah.
from any type of preacher or any type of teacher. Like one good song, man. So what you doing, man? You know what I mean? You doing God's work. You know what I mean? That's what I take that from. You know, and so yeah, man. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, man. And, you know, keep spreading that gospel. You know what I'm saying? The
doubt.
truth. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
Because it come in all type of forms and formats, man. And we shouldn't. I don't think that we should put ourselves in some type of box or some type of, you know, realm. You know what I mean? To where you can't learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We learn from the, you know what I'm saying, from the time that we, you know what I'm saying, hit this ground
No
to the
doubt.
time, you know what I'm saying, we go back to it. You know what I'm
No
talking
doubt.
about? So yeah, man. Nah, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to throw that little fact out
no
there.
doubt.
Man,
You're
you
right.
know what I mean?
You're right. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm just always thinking of ways that I could be of service to my community and to my family, because, you know, that is part of the responsibility. So
Right. So let's now segue kind of into that, conversation in regards to like what brought you to like community activism, because we see you on Channel 5. You know, with the grand opening of the Eastside Pizza Man, you had a very beautiful grand opening. You know, it was real big. It was very public. You know, but what brings you like to activism and to, you know, show love for your people like that? Because you could just, you know what I mean? I don't think that you ain't got to do that.
yeah, you know, I think for all of us who for a lot of us who grew up, seeing injustice, who grew up dealing with, racism, or you watched your parents go through it, you know what I mean? Or you see things that are wrong. There's some of us who go through life and see those things, and it's just like, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then there's some of us who see those things, and it's a burden. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, it keeps you up at night.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I am. It's a burden. You know what I mean? It's so much a burden that it I wish I could be different sometimes. I wish I didn't give a shit. I wish you know what I'm saying? And so, I just think that, I just think that for the community and for, all the injustice that we've experienced, all the injustice that Black people have endured, um, I just can't sit back and be like, that's just the way it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, whether it's speaking, fighting, marching, like whatever I choose, like, or whatever the case may be, or whatever I need to do, then that's what needs to be done
Right.
in order to achieve the goal, and the goal being to further the prosperity of our community.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope, man. I mean, just to be able to be present. A lot of us, I don't think are present in that moment, because I know when that call do come out to you, you always seem to be one of the presence that's here in our city that's gonna be present. You know what I mean? And man, that's just cool, man. That's dope,
I
man.
appreciate
But yeah, because like I said, because I'm from this side of town, and we know of influential people sometimes that may not want to stick their heads out, when those injustices do come. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
one of those,
and we see all the time, people afraid of not looking cool, people
yeah,
afraid of losing money, people afraid of losing followers, people afraid of, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't remember what year it was, but I can't even remember. It was, I don't know, something that happened, and we did a march from downtown to the state capitol. And I mean, it was, Proud Boys out there with shotguns, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
And
yeah,
like they had lined up, and, the troopers was on us, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I had a show that same night, but, I called him, I'm gonna be late for the show, but we got a march, we got a protest, I don't remember what it was for.
right,
But I just remember leaving there after getting into it with some Proud Boys, you know what I'm saying, with guns pointed at us, and then going to this club, and nobody had knew that all that, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody knew there was a protest. Nobody knew that, there was some injustice that happened. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so if it don't affect you personally,
yeah,
you just, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
but yeah, you just made me think about that, because we always talk about it sometimes. It's like, shit can all go down and niggas still be, doing their own thing,
right,
but I'm not saying nobody's wrong for that, because, like I said, it's everybody don't have the same desires and passions and stuff that I do, and
right,
people might say, man, I got kids, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that, so, and I wasn't always like that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, I didn't wake up like this, so, but, it's just funny when you think about it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So, or
absolutely.
at least when it's you, when you go and you're like, damn, son, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
So, being in a activist, because I always tell people like this, like, because this is a relationship podcast, right? And so I'm going to spin a block a little bit on that as well. And so I tell women,
Oh, yeah, okay, we can talk about that.
yeah, I tell women I speak to, you know what I'm saying, often, like, you know, the people, like the two figures that we hold to the most high esteem, you know, in our particular community, are probably not the easiest men to be able to be with.
Yeah.
You know, which is Malcolm and Martin, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we usually hold up, right?
For
Like, I'm
different
like,
reasons. For different reasons.
right,
Too.
but those are not two human beings that's gonna be good men. I mean, I ain't gonna say they're not good men, but like the picture of a good man that you could be with. Like, these are people that's giving themselves, you know what I'm saying, to the people.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, so when you look at that, because I know that's usually in a woman's, you know, mind.
I was telling somebody the other day, I can't remember who I was talking to. And they was asking me, like, why are you not married? Why are you not this? And I was just like, man, like, I just know I don't have, like, the capacity emotional capacity to deal with your emotions. I don't have the capacity to you know, deal with your bad day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have the capacity to understand, you know, and so, you know, I want to one day. I want to, but, you know, and then at the same time, it's hard. It's hard whenever you're doing so much. You have so many things to do.
Right.
Like, I got 2 restaurants.
Right.
Live Free organization.
Right.
I got With Love organization. I got 3 kids.
Right.
I got all these things. I mean, I teach. I teach at a college. Teach at a high school. You know, I'm forgetting stuff. I'm on several boards.
Right.
I'm on the Arts Commission. Like, you know, I speak. I do music. Like, a lot of things, right? And I'm sure there are people who'll be like, that ain't shit. I do this. Okay.
Well, no, I think that's plenty.
Yeah, but I say I had to say this. It's like, you could tell a woman's, you know, man, I got this going on. I can't. And instead of, and I have to say, more often than not, instead of being like, oh, it's all good. Like, that's personal. Like, they taking it personal.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah.
Because if you love me, then you would be here instead of out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and so I don't have the capacity right now. Now, whenever, you know how they say, you know, I'll sleep when I die.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like the idea is like, I'll sleep when you die. Meaning like when I'm gonna be the last person breathing because I'm always working, right?
Yeah.
I'm always going. Everybody else gonna burn out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna still be going. And then when it's just me, then I can rest, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it's like with a woman, it's like trying to help them understand that, like, 1, it's not personal, and then 2, like, that day will come where everything else around me will be done, and I can chill, and I can rest. But I work this hard because I like to chill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I work this hard because I know there's gonna be a day where I can chill, and I like chilling. So that's why I do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, you know, I wanna touch on something that you just said that that I dealt with personally. You know, on some real shit. You know, because I work in mental health and I work in substance abuse. That's the work that I do. You know, every day. And so, you know, I went through a long-term relationship. You know, I was married and things of that nature. And I went and I got some therapy. And I said this before on the podcast before, but I think I need to reiterate that, especially with you. In regards to kind of what you spoke about. So the main thing that I got from this therapist is she said that she said, Mike, is it? I come in there, I'm being, honest and, being truthful, right? And she said, I'm gonna tell you like this. What you have to understand is when you have all of these other things in your life that you put before that person and that makes you happy, that may as well be the other woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So
right.
most women, I feel like look at you when you have all of these other different things outside of that person that makes you happy. Is you might as well be cheating. You might as well, it might as well be the other woman. So, I think that that's something that we, and that was the dopest thing I took out of that.
That's hard.
Yeah, it is hard, but it's a reality because happiness sometimes as we say it comes from within, but sometimes if you with somebody, that comes if they can't provide that for you, you're cheating. You're doing other things outside of the relationship, in that situation, man. So I just kind of want to kind of get that point, man.
Yeah, that's a dope point. I'm gonna keep that too.
yeah. I mean, that's real, man. I mean, when I did go to this particular therapist, she had a sign on the wall that said, "We can either work on the truth or we can work on the lie."
No doubt. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But which is really real though. In any relationship that you have, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be your friends, your family, your woman or whatever, like what you want to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can work on a lie. We can work on the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, you know what I mean? Because this life is too short.
Yeah. No doubt.
And I don't take those type of things for granted. You know what I mean? And I appreciate people's time. I appreciate somebody being able to give me that space. And even so how do you feel about this? I'm gonna just ask you a random question, right? So how do you feel about, because we in the text message world, whatever the case is, we in the digital world. How do you feel about a woman's response time to you?
One more time.
A woman's response time to you. How do you feel about that?
I think it doesn't bother me unless they've expressed my response time bothering them. You know what I'm saying? But I remember years and years ago when I was a teenager.
Right.
I remember me and this girl had broke up, and she used to always text me.
Oh, see, this must. How old is you, by the way?
I'm 40.
Okay. Oh, you from our era? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And she would always text me, and we broke up. We were supposed to still be friends. You know what I'm saying? And be best friends and text, right?
Right.
And she wasn't texting as much, and so I remember telling my homeboy, that he was like, y'all used to text every day, all the time. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. But not now, she ain't texting like that no more. I was like, she's like, if that's the kind of person she is, she's texting somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the game.
If that's how she communicates,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Then she's doing that with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when he said to me, I was like, dang, I didn't think about that. So I texted her then, and I said, you talking to somebody else already?
Right.
And she was like, she goes, if I was, would you want to know? I was like, damn, son. So
damn, women is rough, boy. When they turn that switch, boy.
Oh, that's another thing too. It's like, when they flip that switch, and they done, it's a wrap. There's nothing you could ever do.
It's nothing you can do.
Nothing you could ever do. You can win the lottery and it still wouldn't.
Yeah, it ain't gonna mean nothing to you.
It
ain't gonna mean nothing to you.
And
I just ran into a situation the other night. Man, it's rough. I'm just saying, man. I ain't gonna go into that, but yeah.
No, I kind of want to know now.
Well, I don't got no problem with talking about it. So, the other night it was a local establishment that, that reopened or whatever, and like I said, I'm recently divorced, but when I see her or whatever the case is, I'm always cordial. I'm always going to be nice, you know what I mean, and things of that nature, you know what I mean. And I was with a partner of mine, you know what I mean. And he was like, damn, she ain't finna speak to nobody, huh?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I reached out, and touched, and and whatnot. You know what I mean? Just trying to be cordial. You know what I mean? So. You know, and I didn't, have that reciprocated back, man. So, you know what I mean? It's just the game. You know what I mean?
that would fuck me up. But
right, it did. I ain't gonna lie, it did fuck me up.
yeah, see, I ain't never been married, but if I was married, I would really. But so my ex-girlfriend, whenever we broke up, like I did that to her. Like she mailed me something for my birthday. I sent it back. You know, I did block, delete, everything. You know what I'm saying? I seen her at an event. I didn't, and they set us across from each other like this.
Oh, okay.
I never looked up, never made eye contact, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Seen her somewhere else. She came walking to me, told me I dipped off. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I saw her at the J. Cole joint.
Oh, okay. How'd that go?
I was drinking. And so I was talking to, whenever she walked up, I was talking to these two girls. And you know how that be. You immediately think, just in case, because just in case the switch ain't off. You know what I'm saying? And let me swerve these two girls so she don't think I'm here with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Damn.
Which was my homegirls, and I felt bad for that, but they understood what was going on.
Right.
And so she goes with her friend, they get in line, and I was drinking before the concert, drinking at the concert. And so I walk up and I speak to her friend, then I speak to her. Right. She didn't even turn around, she just did like this. But that night, it fucked me up real bad, you know what I'm saying? But whenever the next day when I was thinking about it, I've been doing that to her for 4 or 5 months. Yeah. So I couldn't be mad. You know what I mean? Right. She was just doing me what I had did to her. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So after the situation, did you pick the phone up and be like, hey, like
nah.
Okay. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do that.
No, you want
shit.
to. I'm not saying you want to. You want to.
Yeah, you be like, hey, like man, is we cool? Like.
But I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to hear how you think. I don't want to hear how what I just did made you feel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, son. I just rather just not.
I be fucked up. I be like, man, am I, like, I don't know. I be in my head sometimes.
Yeah, I be in my head
yo,
too.
like, am I, like, we cool. Like we should be cool.
Wait, how long have you been divorced?
2 years.
Yeah, that's not, you still need time. You still need, that's not, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years, but, like I said.
We'd only been broke up since like July.
How long was y'all together?
We was off and on like 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It don't even seem like 4 years, but it was. That's wild as fuck.
Yeah, because I had 15.
I guess COVID year though.
Trey, you had 15. How many you had, bro? Well, Trey wasn't married though.
No, I wasn't married, but bro said he had 22.
Yeah, they was in. Yeah.
Wait, all y'all was married and y'all not?
No, I wasn't.
Me.
But y'all broke up?
Yeah, I've never been married.
He was together for 15 years though.
And broke up? Man, you need to get new friends, bro. You need some people around you that's still together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's just crazy.
We need to get people around us that are still together, yo.
Right, but you know what's crazy is all of us grew up with people that was.
Same.
Everybody.
And that's what I was talking.
And still.
And that's the thing, it's crazy how the way you were raised, the things you see, your childhood,
your coaches
will come back to haunt you in ways that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You look up, and you are everything that you went through or seen or that trauma you dealt with as a kid is being projected in your relationship, or you're doing things thinking you're trying to do it the opposite way of what you've seen. Right. But really you just, repeating the same thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I just, that's why therapy is good. You know what I mean? That's why.
But then I almost think that sometimes we get into these relationships and we think that these people are the end all be all. Right. When these people are just a learning lesson on our journey to become the person that we need to be. Right. It's a learning lesson to get to who I am supposed to be with. I may need to fuck up a whole bunch just to get to who I'm supposed to
But
be
that's
with.
that's not healthy though, because while you fucking up a whole bunch, you fucking up a whole bunch of people too. You know
But
what I'm
then
saying?
that's only in the eye of perspective.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like my good and my bad might not be your good and your
But-
bad, but it might complete me to make me the person that I need to be.
But then,
Yeah,
but
but
then,
all
but
I'm
then
s-
too, it's like, you know, is I'm and in retrospect, in regards to talking about women, like, so is every woman now a lesson? You know what I'm saying? To really get to my blessing,
I think people are a lesson.
right?
Like
I feel like
you
that
come
too.
in contact with everybody to complete you. Like there's something in somebody that in every relationship you come about that's gonna complete you, that's gonna bring something to your life, to broaden your perspective of life.
Right.
Yeah, what I'm speaking specifically about like dating relationships. I just, you know, like for instance, for every person that I've learned from, that I've dated, that I've like learned from, that helped me to be better, for every person that, you know, I've learned more about myself, you know, for every person, regardless of how good it makes me, if that had to happen, then that means that, you know, there was probably some trauma that they experienced on their end. And it's unfair for me to go, well, it helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had to date you and go through this so that I'm a better person. And then it leaves them looking like, well, shit, then why do we even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you had tried that with somebody else. If we just going through the motions, like, don't use me to, you know what I'm saying? And so I think, especially
aren't most relationships like that? You normally hear that conversation almost.
right, so they are like that a lot. All I'm saying is, it's like, what you need, brother? It's right there. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Go get napkins. Oh, you got it? Okay. Sorry. But what I was saying is, it's like, just because it's like that doesn't mean that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that we should accept it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, we should always, or at least I try to, you know, I shouldn't say I try to, because I do a lot of fucking up, but I should always have the intention of whoever I'm dating for the right reason. I'm with them, and, you know, to achieve or to get to a certain spot in our relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to make myself better or anything else other
Right.
than, like, you know, what it should always include me and that person at the end if I'm dating them. Now there are, you know, don't get me wrong, there are people that, you know, we just mess around with, we hang out with, kick it with, whatever we say, talk to, that, you know while you're doing it, you don't want to be with that person, or you don't see yourself in the future with that person.
And you should be honest with that person. If
You
that's the
should.
case. Yeah.
You should. But if I'm going into it a certain way and then they're going into it a certain way, then, you know, if we aren't honest, or if I feel like, man, this is just a way for me to, you know, deal with whatever I'm dealing with, like, there's just the potential for people to be, you know, traumatized, you know what I'm saying? And I know that because, like, for every woman I've learned from that's taught me something in our relationship, every single one of those women can say, you know, some foul shit that I put them through.
Oh yeah.
And just and some of them I could say the same back.
Right.
Some of them I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just because I was able to come out on the other side better person, or, you know, more aware of how I treat people, or, you know, I understand myself better, just because whatever, it's not fair to them and their trauma for me to be like, yo, well, you were just there so I could, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
learn who I am and become a better person.
Right.
You was on my journey to get to this person. And, you know, I would feel fucked up if this girl, let's say, you know, an ex-girlfriend, you know, gets married in a year And then me knowing at the time when we were together, that's what I wanted.
That was a
and
goal,
then,
yeah.
Right, that's what I wanted to be, was to be married to you. But then we break up, and a year later she's married to somebody else, and then she comes and tells me, but you taught me so much. I taught you how to marry this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not
Like,
what, you know
how,
what I'm saying?
yeah, how can you accept that?
You know what I mean? So I just think that, there's some trauma that could, you know what I mean, that we could do to people if we only see it like that. We have to, it's important that we go into it like knowing that like the end goal is for you and I to be together. It might not end up like that, like y'all said.
Right.
It might not end up that way. But if it don't, it's important that I recognize what I did to you, what you did to me,
right.
and you know what I'm saying? And that makes it a little bit better, but
Right.
sorry for talking so long.
No, you good, man. This is an interview for you, man. I mean, this you my guest, man, and I appreciate you, bringing us, you know what I'm saying, and into your house, you know what I mean, and this is for you to express yourself, man, and I wanted to touch on some other little things in regards to entrepreneurship, but you know what I'm saying, it's gonna give this to me, and so I worked in marketing.
Who mostly watches your podcast?
I don't know what's our demographic, so we got a lot of women. We got a lot
Let's
of
talk
women.
about that.
I mean, it's a few people. We
got
probably got like, as of now, we got like 120 subscribers.
No, not like how many. Like, you think it's more women that be on y'all's, or like?
It's women, it's street dudes. Like I be out, like I be places. It be, it's just entrepreneurs. It be a little bit of everybody. I mean,
I think it's probably more women than anything,
a lot of
because
women
probably want to understand like how men think, and because this is like a relationship podcast, we get to go around it because we're going to come in contact with a lot of different people, a lot of men, a lot of different women, and nobody thinks the same. You know what I mean? That's why we are individuals. That's why when you go through and you have these different relationships, you may be able to say, oh, I came at it this way, I came at it that way, but it's impossible for me to like everything that you like, and it's impossible for you to like everything that I like. So at that point, it's just to learn a lesson for us both. Now, I think it's the responsibility of the person coming out of all these relationships on how you tend to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to be happy with yourself. And if you're not happy with yourself, then you're living in a state of destruction. And so you're going to attach yourself to all of that type of destruction. So you have to separate yourself from that and find your own happiness outside of these relationships that we talk about.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree.
Real talk. So yeah, I mean, so our demographic, like I said, it's just kind of it's broad. Because then too, I don't even just go on the subs because I know a lot of people. Because we post a lot of content on Facebook, Instagram, things of that nature, and you know how it is. Like people will look at a lot of your stuff, but they ain't gonna subscribe. They're not gonna support like that. But when they see you in the streets or whatever the case is, they gonna pull me. They gonna pull me to the side. They gonna pull the boy to the side. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's dope. What y'all doing? Woo, woo, woo. So. Yeah, so man, man, I just thank you, man, once again, man, for taking this time out.
Yeah,
man,
it was fun. We could do it again
this is
too.
Fun. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, man, it's true, man. Once again, I know you are, a very busy man, and thank you for taking.
Yeah, I got to get my kids
out.
back.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and I appreciate, your staff, man, opening up the doors and being, nothing but cordial.
Did y'all get some pizza? I'm sorry, y'all get some?
Nah, we didn't get no pizza.
You want one?
Sure, why not? Why not? But man, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? This has just been another, episode, you know what I'm talking about? It's just a part of the theme podcast. Yeah.